About 2 weeks ago, I had an ex unblock me on social media. With the idea that I share a good component of my life and do social media for a living by sharing my life online and you guys watch it, it still is weird to me when an ex unblocks me. I feel like blocking after a relationship is sometimes, it can be a normal, even sometimes a healthy thing. Definitely guilty of that. To this day, I think I have like 1 or 2 exes blocked that were like not cool. That process of unblocking an ex is weird. Also, the process of unblocking an ex, I think, is a little strange. It's something that's done on purpose. Like you have to dig into your settings. It's buried pretty deep in there. I double checked. You have to go into your blocked list, select the person that you're trying to select, and then hit the unblock button, confirm it. It's a whole process. It requires effort. And so you can't help, unfortunately, maybe I'm alone on this one, although I have a sneaking suspicion I'm not, that it's strange when you see an ex pop up in your recommended, one that had previously blocked you. It's strange. I originally was not going to talk about this. Let's go for a ride. Hate these stupid fuel pumps. I finally figured out a plate bracket situation for the Triumph. I don't think it's the best, most legal solution, but it's kind of the solution that I have. These bikes don't really have the best aftermarket of all time, and usually I like a nice tucked plate, but they don't make that for this bike, as far as I can tell. Nobody makes a plate bracket for a bike that they only made for 1 year and only had 700 units for. I don't know if you guys could tell from the last video, but the last video I definitely seemed off. I mentioned a few times, I think in that video, I just seemed tired or like I needed caffeine. There's literally a whole segment of that video I'm like, I need caffeine, I'm so addicted. Come off as really unhealthy and probably not at my best in that video, but this is because I'm not talking about things in my life. I'm hiding things, which is not what this YouTube page is supposed to be. I'm presenting myself as someone who's trying to be raw, who's trying to be real, and then at the same time I hide things in my life that are happening, or I hide things that are like that are me. So when I sit down to do a YouTube video, all of a sudden I'm not like myself because I'm hiding things about myself. And to be honest with you, if it wasn't for my friend kind of still struggling with the same idea, I probably would have kept it to myself, which I think is indicative of this other videos I have on this page where I have something else going on that's likely more real to talk about, and I don't talk about it because I think it's sensitive. God, I love California. Let me just squeeze in here. There's a cop right, look at this, doing this right in front of a cop, bro. That's awesome. I love it here. Loyal viewers of the page might recognize this area. This road leads up to the same place that I stayed in the last time I came to California last year. I'm gonna let those guys get ahead of me for a second while I kind of talk with this beautiful scenery in the background here. I think a fair assessment of whenever you see an ex pop back up in your recommended feed after you've been blocked for a while, I think it's fair to be like, oh, I remember feeling a bit confused. I was driving into California. I had just left my girlfriend after I graduated college, digging through my phone as my dad was taking over to drive for a little bit after I just drove the majority of it. I think I was up in the hills in Utah when I noticed it. That was absolutely the worst timing to see something like that. Okay, I think we're good. I think we can take over here. Gotta give the Triumph a moment to kind of let the oil circulate because this bike is a Euro bike and it will explode if I treat it incorrectly. There we go. All right, we're good. And as much as I hate to admit it, I think it ruined the first week of my trip here into Cali. The way I saw it is I had an extra pair of eyes on me. Everything I post now is now being watched potentially because why? Like it's just so. I guess you could make the case that someone goes into their blocked lists, like maybe their therapist or something told them like, "Oh, it's good to let go of old things by unblocking people, and it's a sign that you don't care." It's like to me, it's I don't know how any other way you can look at it other than like someone's making an effort to look like you're being watched or something like that. Like why not just leave it blocked, you know? Like why was there an effort there to be made? These roads are incredible. This is like one of my favorite roads ever when I stayed out here last year. And I got really good at it last year. I'm a little bit less good at it now because it's been a while. I don't live out here. I come out here sparingly. This is not like an expert road. I'm not Max Risk blowing through this. I am mere bit of Matthew Woods, just kind of enjoying my ride, talking about feelings. It's so much fun though. I love this. So the first entire week of me staying in Cali, I'm like, well, a week and a half really that I stayed in Cali here. Everything I'm watching, everything that I'm posting, because I'm like, I know it's potentially being watched. I know pretty for sure it might be being watched. I feel like I got an extra pair of eyes on me. I'm like, this is weird. I was very selective of what I was posting. I think had I had my girl, like had this happen in Ohio and I had Eve, I had my girlfriend there with me, I don't think that this would have affected me as much as it did. But unfortunately, I had just left Eve. I am now in California with a bunch of dudes, horny dudes. And I didn't really have anybody that would communicate the feeling or to like snuggle up and kind of talk about things. And those feelings kind of festered and collected up into me until eventually I was just straight up having a bad time somehow in sunny California where I have a liter bike, my 750, my 765, whatever the frick you want to call it, out here with views like this and somehow having a bad time because I was putting so
so much pressure on myself on what I was posting because I was afraid of being watched. If that isn't a negative level of self-control, like bad control, I mean, like over yourself, where you have this like pretend mystery person dwelling over everything you do, that's not a bad emotion. That's a bad emotion to have. And so last week I got a flight home for Christmas, which was probably a healthy thing to do anyway, but it was especially, I think it was what the doctor ordered and what I needed to have happen last week was to go home and spend literally 5-6 days in a row with my girlfriend, because suddenly I was brought back to reality. I was like, oh my god, this is the person I love. That is a pure reciprocated love that's happening. That's how it's supposed to be. I'm like, look at this photo, bro. This is me and my girlfriend after we ate too much on Christmas. That is right there what I want life to be about. And so I realized what emotion I was feeling when I felt like I was being watched. It wasn't that I felt like I was being watched like against my will. I think deep down in a part of my subconscious, I wanted to be seen. I wanted to be noticed. Your brain seeks out closure that doesn't exist. And so by being selective about what I was posting, about being negative to myself over every little detail over things I was posting during that time, just 2 weeks ago, like just a week ago, I was making decisions because I wanted to feel noticed. I wanted to be like, here I am, here is what I'm doing, look at me, which I think is what's happening with my buddy that is near and dear to my heart. And I think that's what happens with a lot of dudes when they get out of relationships. Something I keep hearing from my friend is, should I text her? Should I just text her as a joke and see if she responds? Which, hey, we've all been there. I think you have to be honest with yourself and notice the difference between wanting to be noticed and truly wondering if you're in love with somebody. The love is like thinking about, I'm thinking about Eve throughout this entire trip, wondering if what they're doing, what they're okay, if they're getting closer to their dream, if what they're working on, it means something to them. I'm thinking about them as a person instead of that dopamine rush of texting them and awaiting a response. I think it was one of the roads up here on one of these turns. I went off the road last year on my supermoto, you know, the 698 that I've low-key been neglecting on this page for a while now. I don't think I ever talked about that one because, again, with time you get a little bit less shy about things. I'm so scared out here, bro, because it's just like, if you mess up, it'll pothole right there. If you mess up, you're just it's not going to end well. And I'm pretty sure I did mess up. I think right here. I think it was right here. I almost went off. No, maybe not. I remember I went off quick. It might have been right here. I forget. It might have been right here, which is weird because there's no turn here. I remember there was like a nice little... I was in the dirt. $5,000 award for the information leading to the arrest and conviction of fence panel thieves. Who's out here stealing fence panels, bro? What? No, those cars are going to get in front of me. That's tragic, bro. I mean, we still might. Whatever, I'm going to cut in front. I know I'm faster than they are. I love these random California roads, dude. They're so freeing. Oh, man, I thought these guys were motorcyclists. What's up, dudes? Can't say hi to you guys. I gotta go. This man on the Harley Davidson in front of me is whipping that thing, bro. I'm struggling to keep up with him. Seasoned rider versus inexperienced Ohio rider that still needs more track days. This is Camp Pendleton. This is the military base. I am not allowed on this base. I'm not military, so I unfortunately have no business being here. I just got lost in my exploration. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. I know that I should not be trying to sneak onto a military base as a wee civilian. I'm about as far away from comfort zone as possible. This is still, I think, Camp Pendleton. I drove for like 45 minutes just trying to find an area that isn't military. It says beach access, but I don't know if I'm supposed to be here. No personal drop off, not a third street. I'm terrified. No parking. Dude, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Military access closed. Please use, I don't know. I'm struggling here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's a big hole. Off-roading bike. This is so unfamiliar to me. This whole environment. I mean, it's beautiful. Where is the red triangle? I don't know. This seems like a nice little spot to rest. I've been riding for an hour, over an hour straight now. My hands are vibrated. It's not a very good long road trip bike, this one. In California, unfortunately, lacks a lot of small little pull-off and rest areas that, unfortunately, Ohio has a lot more of. A pattern I think I see across the young dudes that I know that, like outside of myself, that have kind of dealt with this whole situation, is there's a need to kind of like flex on the X. You got to get your money up. You got to get your car up. You got to just flex everything, even putting yourself in the debt to like have the outward appearance of looking like you're being more successful. And I remember in the past, especially before I met Eve, I definitely felt that too. You know, when I first blew up on social media, there definitely was thoughts of like, yeah, there's gonna be some exes, some people I've dated in the past. They're gonna see me now. I'm like, yeah, dude, they're gonna regret it so much. As someone who's been on both ends of that, it doesn't make you happy. I never found any deeper meaning or pleasure from that. Pushing yourself at your job to buy a better car just to boss on your ex. I don't think it's gonna end well. If you do it for personal reasons, if you've always had the dream of having a motorcycle that you love, like this one right here. I didn't buy this bike to flex on anybody. I bought this bike because it was cool. I mean, everyone's heard the time-old tale that like material items won't make you happy, but especially they won't make you happy. The pursuit of anything won't make you happy is to try to boss up on somebody. Oh, there's a little lizard dude. What's going on? I don't know if you're poisonous or not. You don't look poisonous. Usually the little more boring ones. Oh, hi. That was so cool. I love the wildlife out here. Hands still fully don't feel good yet, but I want to keep pushing on. There's still plenty of daylight left. I'm just kind of having fun going down this highway. Not a lot of developed side roads over here. Oh well. I really like being out here with a bike I can trust. Oh my god. It stalled. Wow, that could not have been more perfect. Now I gotta re-wait for all the oil to recirculate. This is annoying. Oh yeah, I love this thing. I also want to clarify, I don't think that immediately moving on to somebody else, like I don't think Eve is the reason that like helps you. That's not what helps you move on either. I think Eve certainly helps me, like when I went to go see Eve definitely helps me think about the reasons why. It stalled again. Oh my god, bro. Triumph, come on. I mean, I complain and I bitch about this thing, but I do love this bike. It's not like the BMW where it's like those little annoying things were annoying. It's just a cool bike where when it goes wrong, it's even more cool. Anyway, where was I before I got rudely interrupted by the bike? Eve helps me think about the reasons why I like you get over it. Being around Eve certainly helped me analyze myself and be like, oh, I just like, you pursue the wanting to be noticed aspect of it. It's like I don't actually miss this person. I want that dopamine hit. I want the dopamine of like, it's like when you get a comment or a like on a social media post. That's what it's like. I waved to this biker man, and now I'm afraid he's going to come over here and be like, who's looking at me a little longingly like someone who hasn't seen their friend in a million years. What's up?
What's up? You were with Alex, weren't you?
What?
You were with Alex?
I'm what?
You were with Alex. Oh, I forgot you had bad hearing, huh? You were with Alex.
Oh, Alex, yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm just riding by myself today. I got bored, so I just hopped on 5 and went north for a little bit. Taking her for a ride?
Yeah.
Well, you guys be safe.
Yeah, you too, man. Hey, take care.
I'm gonna start heading back south, so sun's starting to set. I didn't dress warm, so
Yeah.
you guys be safe. Probably maybe it would be wise to have more of a conversation with people. I'm too awkward of a human being to be able to come up with conversation. Please don't stall after that. That would be so embarrassing. They're gonna think I stalled the bike. Now, it goes without being said that if you actually do bitch somebody, well, first of all, I please beg of you to please analyze yourself and make sure you actually miss the person. If you do actually care about, at least in a way, if you care about this person, you don't want to. Dude, can you figure it out? I'm not waiting for you. I feel like a bum living in California, dude. Everybody out here just has $1 million, and I'm just out here, a little Ohio dude with his little savings account, no investments whatsoever, no gold. Everybody out here just flexing on me. It's a very humbling experience. I feel like I'm all bossed up in my hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. Like I ride around Cleveland, I'm like, yeah, dude, I feel tough on my V4, and I bring it out here, and I'm like, wow, dude, regular traffic is just like a BMW, you know what I mean? Everything out here is money. There's money everywhere. If you actually care about the person that you're trying to get back with, you need to analyze yourself to see if you like really, really, truly love them or not to even try to reach out, because that could end up messing with their head too. Because a lot of dudes will justify it in their head, be like, oh, I really care about this person, and then they reach out to them, and then they get them back, and then all of a sudden they realize, that all they cared about was a dopamine hit, and they didn't actually care about the person. And then they end up hurting that person, been there, done that before, which just makes you feel really bad about yourself, and then the whole cycle continues. My recommendation is if you broke up with somebody, it's likely not the best idea to get back together with them. When I say it's like, when I'm giving advice of like how to slide back in, I'm giving this with the context that you're like the 0.01% of people that like, maybe it is a good idea, but in general experiences between every conversation I've ever had with any human being about this topic, best to just leave it as is. We'll likely break up for a reason, and it's just not a good idea to keep that going, because more likely than not, you are just chasing that dopamine rush. The sooner you can move on with your life and live a happier and better life. How is this not legal in Ohio? I swear I've considered going down like the political pipeline. I'm like, I got a decent amount of followers on TikTok, especially TikTok is like really good for like political movements and stuff. What if I did like a petition or something to try to boost this into Ohio's legislation? Like I do a whole political, not like I'm not running for office or anything like that. I'm saying like, what if we do a political, like we push for a bill in Ohio to try to pass, which is, Ohio's a red state. Like it would be really hard to push this. But like as a biker, I feel like I look around, or like as a social media person, I look around at Ohio. I run into so many people in Ohio. Like I can't even go on a date with my girlfriend anymore, and without like getting recognized out in public. It's weird. But like to use that for good would be kind of cool. To like maybe strike up a petition in Ohio, like to make lane filtering legal. Like that would be, have a solid impact on this world, using like a good impact on the world. That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. Am I the best person for the job? I don't know. There's a lot of people that don't like me, and I don't know if it would be a good idea. But if I ever found the time to try, and considering now I don't have to worry about school in the time being, maybe now would be the time more than ever. The sun is beginning to set on this beautiful California day. I really hope people don't misinterpret the whole message as like missing, like me personally missing somebody. If that is your interpretation of this message, I highly encourage you to listen to this entire video once again. Because that is the entire opposite of the point. I just know there's going to be a lot of young, most likely dudes watching this who have probably dealt with this in their life, are going to deal with it, or maybe you're like me, already on the other end of it. I just really hope this reaches the right person. I know my friends are probably watching this. I just make the right call. Make the harder decision is usually the one where you don't chase dopamine, where you are forcing yourself to make the right decision. That's usually the more righteous path, and you will become a better person and live a happier and more full life, I think is the right term. You'll live a better life for yourself. It's better to live your life, be happy, smile, go out, meet new people, rather than getting bent up over one thing. You are capable. You can do it. Don't ruin your life over someone who doesn't really give a damn anyway. And if all else fails, go ride your motorcycle. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I unfortunately have a really stupid episode for the next one that I had to wait to talk about. There's a little court case that happened in the background that I unfortunately am going to have to go into more detail on. Alright, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.